Well, I've worked in the field for 20 years. Pioneered a wellness center on the Miccosukee Indian Reservation post-Hurricane Andrew. And shortly thereafter, 3 years into that project, decided to move on and get a higher education to opportunities where I knew I could grow my career and learn more in the field. So then I transitioned to working at a major university and had the opportunity to be a major contributor in pioneering a second wellness center. But at the same time, there were experiences throughout my life where I always found that I had tendencies toward depression, anxiety.
Long story short, I got stuck with Small Arms Infantry. I trained for 11 months, total brainwashing in Small Arms Infantry.
I chose to go the hard path, which was Ranger School, and I attribute my life today for having gone through that. It was the most difficult mentally and physically that anybody can possibly imagine.
I was assigned to the 75th Infantry Rangers, the Long Range Patrol in Vietnam, the most dangerous job that the Army had to offer. I was terrified every moment. We were under constant rocket attacks, mortar attacks, carpet bombing by B-52s.
How we didn't get blown to smithereens with booby traps and things that we couldn't see, I do not know.
I was experiencing some chronic pain issues. One morning I woke up and I couldn't walk anymore. I had a paralysis in my left leg, and my right leg was giving out as well.
Physically, my body just started breaking down. Pain in my legs to the point where at one point I thought I'm going to have to eventually resign to the fact that I may one day end up in a wheelchair.
Then I asked for PTSD examination. After a 3-year horrendous fight with the VA, I was given 100% disability.
I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Didn't really accept the diagnosis because I knew that there was something more going on.
The psychiatrist's take was, this is permanent. You will not recover from it. You will always have to be on medication. And any side effects that you suffer, such as sleeplessness, drowsiness, brain fog, etc., that's the price you have to pay to be alive.
Something I thought was rather innocuous in my past was actually pretty significant.
These earlier childhood experiences, whatever they may have been, need not matter, possibly were trapped inside of my physiology.
I never realized what a hold they had on me and the consequences of holding everything in. Several surgeries, a recent bout with cancer, all the way down to maybe even affecting the birth of my son.
Can't you see you're hurting me?
And it could have been all a result of something that I was holding way down deep in there a long time ago.
And this pain, interestingly enough, in my legs was something that was very familiar to me. From the time I was a little child, I would have these pains in my legs at night and cry myself to sleep. This had gone dormant for years. I mean, I hadn't had this pain for 20 years.
The accumulated, if you will, pain is today 64 years old from a traumatic childhood and 41 years ago of traumatic service in Vietnam. I really was not prepared. I had no concept of what would occur.
I can feel the ugliest pain I think I'd ever experienced. And at the end of it, once I connected with it, once I understood it, it actually felt good.
This basically, it came, I felt it, I allowed it to happen and worked through it, and that was it.
I've never felt better. I'd need to learn more, and I need to share it. Because once you experience this, it is almost a duty to try and learn and try and pass it on.
When I finally started settling in, it was like, holy Christ, I'm home. I'm finally home, all of me. Because I think that just some small part of me was still in Vietnam.
But I'm reconnecting with the person that I liked a long time ago.
I actually know now that I've learned I have tools within my body, and I need not go back to that old way of living ever again.
I feel such incredible, humbling gratitude. I cannot articulate it beyond that.